Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this higher self pick a card reading. So today I picked the High Priestesses in 4 different decks. Card number 1 is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Pile number 2 is the Light Seer Tarot. Pile number 3 is the Good Tarot, and pile number 4 is the Starchild Tarot. So I'm going to look into all the cards, and we're going to look at how you can better connect with your higher self. What's holding you back? Is it something from your past, something triggering you? Or we're going to see what's blocking you. For those of you, there could be some of you that are already connected to your higher self, but there's messages from him or her or your higher self. I'm going to try and connect with your higher self in each reading, so this should be fun. Let's start. I'll leave you some time to meditate on the cards, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. For those of you who picked this gorgeous High Priestess. She's a beauty. Alright, so if you didn't listen to my intro, we're going to talk about what's blocking you, how to connect to your higher self, if there's something holding you back from your past or something holding you back in this current now. Let's just see what's going on with you. And this card, this pile, so many cards flew out. They were like, okay, my higher self kept telling me, keep going, keep going. I was like, okay, pile number 1. We got 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The 8 of Wands. The 9 of Wands in reverse. The 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, lots of blockage. The base chakra, which is the root chakra, in reverse. Ace of Swords. Here, I should just bring this here. And the 2 of Wands. And then I'll leave this for later. So let's just look at this right now. Okay. So already we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let me just look at all these things, because right away I see there's a lot of Wands energy here. There's 4 Wands energy. Wands is all about passion, creativity, it's action. But there's a lot of reversal. The base chakra is, the root chakra is all about grounding and stability. So some of you are not feeling stable at the moment. There could be anger issues. There could be depression or a lot of sadness. With this joy and stability in reverse could tell me that as well. Maybe you've lost a job recently, or there's like financial stress, and you're having a hard time connecting because you're not seeing clearly. Maybe because some of you maybe had a rough growing up. It wasn't easy for you. There was always like money loss. There was always like money problems in your home. You could have come from a divorced family. You could have come from a family that argued a lot. Or you could be arguing a lot in your current relationship. There's this that's happening here. And you're like, you see rest and reconsiders in reverse. So there's this feeling of agitation almost. I feel some of you here have done like a lot. You've worked really hard in your life because of what this, and now you're for you to connect to your higher self, you're almost in disbelief of it because you haven't had the easiest of life. Okay, this is general reading, but I feel this very strongly for one of you or two of you or many of you. So if you're resonating, great, but we can go into another group after this. But right now I'm feeling this very strongly right now. So there's some of you that have like, so connecting to your higher self is harder to do when you have to deal with a lot of stresses, like external influences. And I feel like this is it. So it's either a childhood thing or you grew up always struggling, or like having an unstable family life, or an unstable marriage partnership at this moment in time as well. And to connect to your higher self, it's the Ace of Swords is here. It's like your higher self is almost saying the only way to actually is to forgive yourself, forgive those in your life that have caused you that strife, has caused you that to bring you down, because some of your root chakras are not aligned here. You're feeling very heavy, and it's harder to connect. It's harder to believe in yourself. It's harder to trust in yourself if you don't even trust other people around you. If you don't even trust, so your higher selves. I don't know who's here, but I feel it they're asking me to like tell you, like you see this clarity of belief is almost, there's a heart here, right? There's like, and it's like, and there's that green which is heart as well, and the pink. So it feels it's beautiful because it's Ace of Swords, which is like a mental energy, and it's almost telling you to go into your heart and to like I said, forgive what has happened in your past life, and find that he even has his hand in his heart, and it's beautiful, and oh, I love it, sorry. And there's that butterfly, and it's like, let it go. Let this pain that you felt in your past go. That's the only way to become connected again to your higher self, to your God consciousness, to your Christ consciousness, to source, however you want to feel it. It's like this, it's almost and it's going to help you free yourself from what's holding you down, because you have like, there's like the Eight of Wands here is like success and growth, but this Eight of Wands is also, there's this tree with these branches. So these are all your like thoughts and patterns, all of this, but they're growing, right? They're bare, like you didn't have money, your parents didn't show you love, your partner doesn't show you the right love, but they're bare. But there's growth, right? There's blossoming happening here. So there's hope. There's this feeling of group number one, that what's very important for you is to actually face your fears and face these insecurities and face your past and let it go and let it fly. Yeah, it's not that easy. I understand. I'm not saying that it's going to be like, okay, after this reading you're going to be okay, but there's this you're not believing in your abilities to move forward. You're not believing that you can be successful, and you're not believing in it. But look, this Two of Wands is like, spread your wings, like open up your aura, open up your soul again. I feel like some of you are not even trusting your partners or trusting your friends. You have trust issues, but that could be stemmed from your past, or it could be stemmed from, now it doesn't have to be it could be stemmed from a past lifetime. But your higher self is here and has been with you for many lifetimes, and he or she is here and she's telling you it's time to start listening to her or him. Like, so how do you do that? Like, you quiet your mind and you find that space, like this, I feel it's like, find your sacred space and listen. It's like here's like you have a direct connection. It's like being handed to you almost, and you're like almost saying no to it. I feel you're saying no to it not because you want to say no to it, because you're afraid. You're afraid to like the trust issues is because maybe some of you didn't have a great relationship with your parents, or didn't have a great relationship with your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your husband, your wives. Like it's just like there's like this you're always teetering, you're always like on this like uneven, it's always uneven for you, and it's okay. But now it's time, if you're here because you want to connect to your higher self, it's time to get grounded, right? Let's get grounded. Go find yourself on a rock, find yourself on grass, find yourself somewhere that near a tree, where you can clear that mind of yours, where you can let go all this that no longer serves you. You're being given like the I feel like your higher self has been with you, obviously has been with you since you're born, but it's like if you're here now, it's time, and she's gonna help, he or she's gonna help you. There's this feeling of like direct, like you're being guided, you're being like you have a beautiful spirit team around you, and it's like she's here, or he or she is here, and it's saying, okay, pile number one, it's time to release yourself from these shackles of your past, of whether it's the lifetimes ago, or whether it's now, or it's like traumas that you've experienced. I really feel like it's a family thing or a marriage thing that's just not going well, and it's kind of clouding your ability to connect. And all you need to do is, I love these two together, all you need to do is spread those wings and fly. Maybe go to a butterfly emporium, is that what they're called? Or I really feel like I'm being drawn to this rock here. I feel like maybe you go to in nature, sit on a rock. Rocks have a lot of energy. Put your hands on them. This tree too, like there's that feeling of growth that's happening for you. There's the sun here, so there's a lot of nature elements here. So go out there. I don't know, this one talks to me very much. So it's like, I mean, I do this, so like you can spread your arms out to talk to the sun, or in nature. I feel like your higher self is giving you that nudge now and saying, it's time to let go of that fog, let go of the anger and the sadness and the all those low vibe energies that the root chakra kind of holds on to. Let go of that fear of stability, because now is the time to manifest. You can manifest anything you want. The closer and closer we get to this new earth, I feel like this Ace of Swords here is like 1 and 2. There's a succession happening here. There's like 1, 2. That's very interesting. That 1 is a new beginning. Wow. Yeah. 8 is power and strength. So let's look at what the Oracle card is. Bring it. I like that. Which is the 11, which is the master number, which is beautiful. Your angels are here. Bring it. Yes, baby. And these are the crystals that popped out. I found this one interesting because it's black tourmaline. This is very, it's connected to the base chakra. So it's like, and it's grounding, protection, detox. Black tourmaline acts as a psychic shield, protecting you from destruction, negativity, and psychic attacks. It is excellent at establishing boundaries and deflects unwanted mental energies. It is also used for grounding, stabilizing your foundation on earth, and making sure both feet are on the ground. With a natural eclectic spark, black tourmaline absorbs fears and transmutes those emotions into positive energy. Use this stone to balance your root chakra and detox. I didn't read that. That's really amazing. Okay. I have black tourmaline. It's really good. When you're trying to release these energies, you keep this around you. If you're around someone who's super negative, black tourmaline is good to have it with you. Either you hold it in your hand, keep it in your pocket, in your purse, in your pants, whatever, or just carry it around like as a necklace or something. It's just a beautiful energy that really wards off the negative. And then we also got moonstone, nurturing, divine feminine, intuitive. Drawing power from the divine feminine, moonstone connects you to goddess energy, activating your intuition. I can't make this up. Moonstone can boost clairvoyant gifts and metaphysical powers, asking that you trust in the unknown, beyond what you can see in this realm. The reflective nature of the crystal is much like the moon phases themselves, a cycle of change from new beginnings to full release. Moonstone, Moonstone balances masculine energy with the feminine touch, teaching the art of receptivity and serendipity. It is especially potent during the waxing moon. So if any of you are Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, and this is Capricorn, could be something. But this is so beautiful. It's like intuition. Like, wow. But I love this. This is like grounding. So like pile number 1, it's like it's asking you to ground it and bring it. I love it. It's like I really feel intensely that there's a lot of release that you need to do of old behaviors, of old traumas. I really feel like you haven't lived the best of childhoods, or maybe you did, but there was something like your partnership or your friendships or something wasn't settling for you, and it's time to say goodbye to that. It's time to it's not like you're not going to say goodbye right away, but if when you connect to your higher self, he or she will help you through this, time, because once you start to trust him or her, then you'll understand the next steps to take when it comes to this partner, when it comes to your family member. But go into nature, definitely. Buy a black tourmaline, buy a moonstone if you're really wanting to connect to your higher self. But this is really good to ward off this lower vibrational energies around you. I love this. Bring it, yo! Like it's nice. All right, pile number 1. Like I said, this is a general reading, and if this didn't resonate, then go ahead and pick out the 2, 3, and 4. I also do private readings, personal readings, so you can always just contact me in my email down below. All right, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. For those of you who picked this beautiful, put her here. So let's see what's going on. If you didn't listen to my intro, then we're going to talk about what to release, how to connect with your higher self, what to block. See if there's something coming in from your past. This we'll read later. Let's see what's going on. 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Cups, and the King of Swords in reverse. So everybody got different numbers of cards. Yours, my higher self was like, stop. I'm like, okay. So 5 cards, what it was. There's going to be enough information, I guess. So let's see. Some of you with the 4 of Wands here is like amazing. There's some of you that are connected. Some of you are already connected to your higher self, but I see there is some wavering on your part. you're not 100% convinced that you're not 100% like trusting in your higher self. There's one thing to be connected to the higher self, and there's another thing to be completely giving yourself over to the higher self. I know it's like, and it's like a lot of people are like, well, that's like scary. I have to give myself over. Like, well, you don't have to give yourself over, but it almost becomes part of you. He or she is like you, right? In a past and a present and a future self. So here I feel like some of you are connected, but you waver and you go back into your lower self. There's some, let me look at this. Some of you may have had like a father figure or a husband or a brother or like a male figure in your life that brings you down, that takes that away, takes that like joy of having that connection away from you. It doesn't have to be, it could be even like it could even be what's happening now, like a government official or like the external influences right now is happening. That could also be weighing on you as well. King of Swords is always like this very noble man, but it could also be a law enforcement. It could also be like someone of a political authority. And so I'm feeling this is because there's this Nine of Wands energy where she's standing there and she's like believing in herself with her flame in her hand, but yet there's this she's contemplating, because it's a contemplation card, the Nine of Wands. So she's not 100%. And the Four of Wands, like obviously, like we see it's there, but then you have all these reversals with swords. Swords is like mental stress and anxiety. The Seven of Swords could be. I really feel like this group. You actually are super connected, but you have people around you that are bringing you down. You have people around you that are pushing back, are not happy with your connection, and I don't think it's like a conscious thing on their part either. I think it's because they're afraid of your connection. They're afraid of, it's the unknown, right? It's this like, even though it's becoming more and more known, but I feel like you are surrounded by people who don't quite understand your relationship with your higher self, because our higher selves are our best friends in the end, because it's us. So it's like, it's just a final yes and a final no. It's just like I have a full-on blown conversation with my higher self, because she is my best friend, because she is me. And the Seven of Swords in reverse is like making me feel like some of you in a past lifetime may have been like a criminal. I don't know why I'm getting that right now, but and you're like coming into this lifetime with like some karma, but like your higher self is here to help you through it. So I don't know if that even resonates with anyone, but I felt like that came very strong here. I just feel, I really believe actually that it is what if I say man because it's King of Swords, it could be a female as well, but I feel like there's this pushback you're getting, pile number two. You're you try, you like, even if like, let's say you are connected, but there's moments where you'll fall back into this kind of into like a stress because of what's happening externally around you, or what's happening in like within your family, within your friend circles, within your work. Like I really feel like that's what it is. It's like there's people around you that are holding you down. They're not they're not motivating, they're not encouraging you. They're actually, and I think it's from fear. I think it's like but with this King of Swords in the sense that I feel like they're not even nice about it. They're kind of arrogant, or they're condescending towards you. And there's this Eight of Cups here, which it's speaking to me, which is telling me you can't be fighting these kinds of battles. I mean, some of you are in relationships with these people. Some of you are. There's a lot of like energetic cutting of cords that's happening right now amongst all the light workers or the awakened ones. I mean, I'm assuming you're an awakened one if you're here, like trying to connect to your higher self. I shouldn't assume, because if maybe you're not, but even if you're not, so welcome. And if you're not, I'm letting you know that there is this moment in time where once you start to connect with your cosmic consciousness, you no longer align with people in your life, and then there's this need for you to cut the cords. But some of us are married, like I said, some of us are married to these people pushing us back. Some of us are daughters and sons of them, are these people. So there's a way to energetically cut, where you don't have to, like, you can just still be with these people, but you don't have to let their energies affect you. It's like almost like releasing the boundaries kind of thing, or setting boundaries, maybe more like setting boundaries. But I like this card because it's like, it's you leaving behind this and moving towards the sun, moving towards your higher self, moving towards the new earth, right? So there's an interesting message here, because it's like I said, it's not all easy peasy 1, 2, 3 that we could just get up and leave. There's these but there is a way, because where we're heading is filled with compassion and love, right? So we have to embody that. We have to embody the compassion, and that means even these people who are afraid and who are holding you down, who are like holding you back. My resolution would be to cut the cords. There's certain people in your life where maybe they don't align with you anymore, and it's okay. And if you have to walk away from it, then it's okay. Then do it, because it's stressful for someone who's completely connected to always be around people that are negative and around with really low vibe energies. Our task here is to be of high vibrational frequency, and this could be a deterrent on this path towards the light. But I mean, I really feel like you guys are connected. And if you're not connected, then you are, but you don't realize it. Because it feels very potent to me. And it's just, I think there's like so much like drudge in your life. Like there's a lot of like things holding you down that you're probably not even realizing how connected you are. So what do? Like have fun, laugh. Like this is a perfect card to me. It's like have fun, dance, release all the negative energies. If it's like, it's by doing this, by being with your friends, by being with like enjoying life again, you would be surprised how enjoying life could actually connect you to your higher self. All right, so let me look at these. I got 2 of them for the oracles. Oh, look at this. Woot. And live wire. Alrighty. I mean, woot is exactly this, right? Enjoy your life. Exactly what I said. Live wire. I mean, I guess it's that too. It's to like start to like live your life. Um, let's get that frequency up again. Let's step away from these kinds of people. If you're stuck in a marriage or stuck in like a situation where it's not that easy to leave them, then let's cut the cords, or let's communicate with them and in a way that they don't affect you anymore. There is also you can also just reach out to communities online, or your friends, or people that are spiritually sound like you, and just talk with them, and try not to like talk to your husband, your wife, whatever, for the moment, because you know your light is like already emitting such high frequency that soon that they will start to they're absorbing it every single day, so soon they'll start to maybe like flicker and change their minds. So let's see which crystals came out for you. Oh, this one flew out. The Desert Rose, time travel, ancestral healing and patience. A natural beauty, desert rose and its petals were patiently etched by the sand, carrying with them a special message that good things take time. Desert rose promotes mental clarity by releasing negative belief systems that no longer serve you. Desert rose has the special power of time travel and is able to heal past wounds that still affect you today and alleviate pain from the lifetime or a past life. Use this stone to connect with your ancestors or past selves you need to reconcile with. Scorpio, so if anyone's a Scorpio. And this one is pink halite. Self-love and replenish and cherish. Vibrating with love, pink halite allows you to shed layers of negative thought patterns and beliefs as you connect to the essence of your true self. Pink halite helps you embrace new spiritual practices as a way of life, preventing you from picking up bad habits to begin with. With this stone, you will make choices out of self-love, honoring the highest version of yourself and trusting that you will make decisions for you, your highest good. Pink halite is a natural form of the mineral salt, known to cleanse toxins from the aura and replenish one's energy field. It's Cancer and Pisces. Really interesting. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's all water sign here. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So if this means anything to you, Desert Stone, if you want to connect with your ancestors while you're connected here, you know that when you're connected to your higher self, you can ask anything because your higher self knows your Akashic records. He or she knows everything about you. So whatever it is you want to know, she or he is going to tell you. Okay, I'm going to pull one card for you. Let's see if there's any final message for... Okay, I got one here though. Step ahead is all you need. Okay, I'll take this one too. Changes. So that's really interesting. Changes is really interesting because that means this is like changes from here. Whoever is holding you down, there's time for change, and the step ahead is all you need. Is really. I feel like you guys are color. I feel like you guys are connected. So the step ahead could be just this release of these energies around you, and I think you know how to do it already, and it's just to find that courage to do it. But I'm not saying to break up with anyone or like leave or whatever, but it's up to you. It's up to your resonance, how you feel. We all have free will, so you need to do whatever you need to feel. But there's certain people that I feel like you might need to like walk away from. Because if the energy is really low and you, as much as you can energetically cut from someone, it can bring you down. And there's this concept, we don't want that. We need you to get back up there, because I know pile number 2, for sure, you are super connected, or you have the potential to be super connected. So do your duties. No, I'm just kidding. Do what you want, but live life to the fullest. I feel like that's your message from your higher self. She's like, or he is, and laugh, enjoy it, revel in the life that we have. It's a miracle life that we are living in. try to avoid this external crap that's going on out there, and just rejoice, because connecting with her or him is going to help you alleviate all this energies. All right, if this didn't resonate with you, pile number 2, go ahead and pick up 1, 3, and 4. It's a general reading, so I can't like always, but I feel like some of you I'm spot on with, because I'm feeling your energy already, and I'm not even in front of you. All right, so I love you, and I'll see you in the next pick a card. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. For those of you who picked the High Priestess from the Good Tarot, we're going to look at your past lives. How are they blocking you from connecting to your higher self? Or maybe you are connected. Just going to see what's going on here. So we got the Page of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. You had a lot of cards. They flew out as well. The 3 of Swords in reverse, the Justice in reverse, the Devil, and the 7 of Swords in reverse. And these we'll look at later. All right, so I'm going to tell you that when I saw these cards, I was right away something like got a message, instantaneous message that came to me, and it was as children, pile number 3, you suffered like a tragedy or a trauma, like either your parents divorced very early, or someone close to you passed away. And I feel like that's like hindering you from connecting to your higher self. A lot of you, I'm not saying every single person, please. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a group here that it's very strong, that feeling for me. Like someone, I really feel like some of you have experienced like a death of sorts, like, and your grief, it's an overwhelming grief, I feel. And some of you may have taken interesting paths in your life where you've like taken a lot of drugs, drank a lot of booze, gone on prescription pills, or just like did something excessive with like because of this devil, like, or you were a shop addict, like you shopped till you dropped until you lost all your money, kind of thing. There's just this extreme feeling I have here, like you took something to an extreme in your lifetime because of this, because like you like your parents divorced and it didn't go well, or because there was maybe abuse, or there was a passing away of someone really close to you. It could have been your grandparents, could have been anyone, but it's just a parent or a sister or a brother. But it's something very was very traumatizing for you, and I felt it like right away, and I almost cried because it was just like I'm also feeling it here right now, and it's as difficult as it is. Your higher self is there to help you through this. Even as difficult as it is to hear, a lot of us chose this path, chose this contract, this soul contract. We chose to go through these traumatizing situations in our lives, and it's hard to hear that, but it's true. And once you tap into your higher self, you're able to work, which is interesting. The Eight of Earths, work through this pain, work through this insecurities, work through this grief, this heartbreak. The Four of Cups energy is this energy as well of just this kind of energy of angst a bit. But with the reversals, I feel like you're also like working really hard at it, working hard at releasing your grief and working hard at releasing all this pain that you're feeling. I feel like a lot of you, or some of you, are super successful in your life. You worked really hard to get where you are, and maybe you fell into like these paths of like prescription pills or drugs or drinking and going out with your friends, or you know, like this like path of low vibe energy, which is was easy for you to go into that because it's just easy to cover the low vibe energies with that kind of substance, right? I'm not saying it's only that. It could be like maybe you even had you were overly sexual, or you were overly like it's something very excessive. You spent a lot of money. You smoked a lot. You know, like whatever you do is just very extremist. Yeah, and maybe it doesn't have to be everybody here, but like, or some of you are. I really feel like I don't know. Some of you have like had issues with the law. Maybe you went in jail or something, or some someone who went in jail. There's just feeling of that you dealt with a lot in your life. You were like it wasn't like the easiest life for you, and yet I still feel like you are now successful, or you work really hard, or you do things like you're maybe even the life of the party. You're even, but your past. I mean, doesn't have to be this past. It could have been a past lifetime I'm talking about, because there's the karma here too with the Justice in reverse. It could be a karmic reaction or some karmic thing that you're dealing with right now. But whatever it is, I'm feeling heavy. So I feel like the High Priestess, but your higher self is coming in and asking you to release. She's here to help you release your blockages, and here to find clarity in the midst, in that fog that you are in right now. There's like the Eight of Earth is this feeling of growth, right? This is like prosperity, which I mean, I feel like that you are anyways. I think you have like money or something. It feels good to me. There's just like a lot of air energy here, and there's a lot of like you having a hard time connecting to your higher self. Let's get to like the actual like connecting. So you're being asked to release these like forgive yourself for whatever it is that you fell into, whether you were younger or now or whatever. There's even this, I feel like this message coming through that to stop working so hard. Even it's like it's time that manifestations. It's time to really believe in that you can have money, you can have love, you can have this. I feel like there's some of you that have trust issues when it comes to love. I feel like that's like something like pile number one. You could be having problems with your children if your parents. Could be that you lost a child, maybe through a divorce in that sense, or lost a child. There's just a little bit of a struggle here I'm feeling, and obviously when you're struggling, the hardest thing is to connect with your higher self. You need to let go of your past. You just have to forgive your karma. Forgive, like if you're watching pile number 3, leave a comment below. I can send you a little prayer for karma to help you release it. But your higher self is here reaching out his or her hand and saying, I'm here. You need me right now. We need to walk through this period of grief, this period of struggle, this period of addiction, this period of weighing down, because it's your karma. It's time. It's over. The karma is over for you. You're being given a pass here. There's this part of your lifetime right now that you're ready to connect. Let's see what your oracle deck here says. I remember. Interesting. I see that. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Wow, man. That's very interesting, because the fated life was this, your heartbreak, your struggle, and the destiny life is what we are working on now. So let's work towards this destiny life. Let's work toward the soul plan. And how do we do that? So let's connect. How are we going to connect? We're going to find, since there's a lot of air energy, find that sacred space, find a quiet space, go within, try to clear your mind, meditate if you may. All you need to do is give permission to your higher self to come in. I give you permission to come in. I need your help. Higher self, what is your message? Higher self, give me a sign. How can you help me today? Higher self, am I loved? Yes. You're going to get yes, no answers. You're going to get neutral answers, but you're going to get yes and no answers. So let's start with the yes and no answers. And know that you can trust him or her. Whenever you feel like you need to go back dipping into something of substance abuse or something like that, reach out to your higher self and say, should I do this? And they're going to, nope. Okay. And then listen to it. I'm telling you, it works. It helps. And I'm going to go even further here, because I feel like there's like a heaviness here. It's like, go even give permission to your spirit team and your angels and your guides to come in and help you through this. They will help you, but you need to give them permission to come in. So we also got a card, a crystal. Ooh. Lepidocrocite. Open heart, grounded teacher. Practical and methodical lepidocrocite, approaches spirituality in a tangible way, grounding practices back to the earth while staying connected to source energy. A great crystal for teachers or anyone who wishes to pass down spiritual teachings. Yeah, the crystal values tradition and educates without judgment, sharing wisdom for humanity's highest good. Lepidocrocite helps with committing to your life's purpose, staying focused on the task at hand, and taking action in order to make progress. Each day you're one step closer to your dreams. It's a Sagittarius, if that's relevant to you. But this is Capricorn, by the way, and Libra. I hate to leave you here, because I feel like there's so much to talk about in this pile. And there's this feeling of liberation as well. I feel like a lot of you are really working hard at liberating yourself from this, your past. And kudos to you for doing that. And good for you, because it's not easy to go through this. It's not easy to ride the wave of tragedy and trauma and still come out with a sane mind. So there's this, I like the Justice card. There's this angel here. I feel like you're guided. Your angels and guides and God is with you. It's just, I feel like you're needing to reach out to them and ask them to come in, and they will. And they will help you, and I really feel like you're going to feel the changes. And maybe not right away, but in the next week or next month, there's change happening for you. I'm going to pull out another card for you, the Sacred Creators. Any last message for pile number 3, please? Any last message for pile number 3? These cards are great. Sorry, I only picked jumpers. That's why I do a lot of pick a card. So that integrate your knowing. Integrate your knowing. You're a spiritual being with animal instincts and the resources inside you to totally rock this life. Integrate all of your wisdom as you navigate your current situation. The fox has many traits that guide his joyful life. He's clever and cunning, aloof yet adorable, instinctual, wise, and creative, and he calls upon all of these diverse aspects of self to calibrate his inner guidance system. It's time to infuse your book knowledge with your own innate wisdom. Meditate on your situation anew, refusing to fixate on past negative memories and choosing to focus on present possibilities. Spending time in quiet reflection will allow you to really hear what your whole heart advises. That's right. I like that. It feels good for you. It's like go into a quiet space. I feel like you're really needing I feel like some of you are really like living the high life. I mean, maybe not now because lockdown, but still, was a point that you did live a high life, and there's this feeling of everyone. The edge of evolution feels messy. It sure does. So, this release that you're doing is necessary, but know that your higher self is here for you regardless of where you are in your life right now. If you're feeling very stressed and you're feeling very anxious and you're feeling depressed, then the best person to reach out to is your higher self. It's like consider her or him your best friend. What would you be seeking from your best friend? Like support and encouragement. That's your higher self. The higher self comes in and helps you through this and guides you, and you just have to ask for signs. You just have to ask for whatever. You can even start your automatic writing. I don't know if that is even something that you would like to do with these air signs, words, something like this. So automatic writing or just journaling. I feel like write down how you're feeling through this whole process. Automatic writing is like talking to your higher self and asking them to just talk through you, but that we can do that in another or you can reach out and ask me about it because I automatic write as well. So I really believe that you are on the trajectory towards a release. You are listen to your inner knowing, listen to your first instincts. This is the message is coming through. It's like, remember who you are, because we are all light beings. Remember that the fated life, which is that karmic life that you came in with, is no more. Now we're heading to our destiny life. Your destiny life is what, as soon as you release your karma, is what's intended for you. And your higher self has your back 110%. Reach out to her or him. Stop working so hard. Stop toiling to cover your feelings. It's best to release them. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. Forgive the drugs, the alcohol. Forgive it. But it's time to let go of these low vibe energies and go back and raise that vibration of yours and raise your frequencies and get back up again, because you're very strong. I see that very much in the cards. You're like warriors, and it's time to be that warrior, to pick up that sword and direct yourself towards the light. All right, pile number 3. I never know what's coming out, so this is just, I only go with the cards. I only go with what my higher self is speaking as well, and your higher selves came in at the same time as well. So if this didn't resonate, go ahead and pick 1, 2, and 4. Again, you got this. I feel like you're on a great path and a good journey. I feel like I have to say bravo again to you for surviving and living through these tragedies that you've gone through, or these really low vibe situations. You're making it through with flying colors. Your higher self is here and is ready to connect. Connect with him or her. All you need to do is ask. And I think there's a message to either meditate or get really mindful or listen to music. I feel like there's this. So maybe listen to some music, high frequency music, like 432 hertz, 528, just to get clear in your mind. All right. I love you, pile number 3. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. For those of you who picked this Hot Priestess from the Starchild Tarot deck, I'm going to see what is going on with you. Yeah, this one was like, look at how many cards we got. We got a lot of cards in this one. This one, the higher self is like, keep going, keep going. I was like, okay, keep going. So 3 of Wands. Oh, this is your Temperance in reverse. Oh, the Magician. The 4 of Swords. The 9 of Wands in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. And the Moon in reverse. Okay. So right away we see lots of reversals. There's a lot of blockages. The Magician is promising. But I feel like pile number 4. I feel like all these piles have very interesting messages here, because I feel like pile number 4, you, again, like pile number 3, there's this feeling of not living, you've had a rough kind of life, or you've had to deal with, I feel like you've had to deal with people that, with like big egos around you, or maybe you've had to deal with a big ego in your life. Maybe you're the ego. The Moon in reverse is this feeling of like you not tapping into your intuition, right? You almost living in an illusion. Let me see what's going on here. Some of you have had a hard time tapping into your higher self. I think that some of you have not even succeeded in it yet, because you are a bit, maybe a bit controlling of your life. You're too much of a critical thinker instead of being a letting things like flow and letting things go in your mind, letting just trusting. You don't trust. You don't trust people, but you don't trust yourself. You're not trusting the process. You're not trusting the magic. You may have gotten sucked into the matrix, and now you're coming out of it, and that's why you're like, okay, I'm ready to tap into my higher self, because I live this, like, I think everybody lived this life though. Come on, let's be real, right? We've lived in the matrix for thousands of years. We just like, and only at the end of our lives we're like, oh, okay, we're awakened souls. But now more and more people are awakening. It doesn't matter how old you are right now. So it's this feeling of, I feel like some of you I don't know why I feel like some of you are very, I don't know why I'm getting this, because it's not really like, there's no pentacles here, but I feel like some of you are materialistic in your life. Some people, like, you relied on like status in your life. You I think it's a chariot in reverse. It's like that chariot energy is like victory energy, but it's an ego energy. And I think a lot of you relied heavily on your ego. And then now you're at this point in your life where, you know what, you're like starting to see things very clearly. You're starting to see the potential. You're starting to really believe in your magic, the magic that's inside you. It's like awakening you. I think some of you like got awakened maybe this year or last year, like 2020, or like you were jolted into an awakening, and now you're here on this pick a card and you're like, okay, so teach me how to keep connected to this. I'm not saying that everybody is. I just feel like one group is like this because because I'm seeing another group, but I'm going to talk about that later. First, I feel like this one group is you're at the very beginning stages, and you're wanting to connect to your higher self, and you're like a kind of afraid. You don't believe that you want to, but you're like, no, I'm not sure. Like you're unbalanced. You're not sure right or left. You're not sure right or wrong or whatever. You're not like you have one foot in and one foot out. Although I think that like the reason you're here is because you've had moments where you've seen things, or you have moments where this magician makes me feel like that. Like you've experienced the magic, and now you're like, okay, I want to look further into this. Okay, I think that you believe that everybody was a conspiracy theorist maybe like 5 years ago or a few years ago, and now you're like, oh my God, no, maybe they're right. Like maybe I did live in an illusion. Yes, we are all living in an illusion, so don't worry about it. But there's this little spark inside you that's like waking you up, and you're like it's go time, right? Like you're ready to connect, and it's good. I'm happy and welcome if you're here for that. I feel like there's one or few of you here that are actually connected because of the magician. I feel like you're connected, but you dip back into the 3D more often than you stay connected to your higher self. Like you don't trust her or him enough. Like you know how to connect. You know that like you've manifested a lot of things in your life. You know that she's there or he's there for you, but yet you don't listen to her or him all the time, and you fall back into like the matrix, like because but then you realize, because you know when you do that with your higher self, like he or she'll say, no, don't do that, and you do it anyways. You know that like right when you do it, you know that you're like fucked. Sorry to say, but it's like you're like, okay, fine, I should have listened, right? But you don't, and you continue, and then it's like 20 years later you're married, or you know what I'm saying? It's like that's why it's just so important to actually connect with your higher self. And there's this feeling of like that group that's like in and out. So for both groups, so the ones that are newly awakened and you're here, congratulations, welcome. And for those that are super connected but you still like wavering, which is fine because it's really chaotic out there. It's 2021 right now. It's timeless reading, but right now it's 2021. It's super cray. So it's sometimes so challenging for a awakened soul or a connected soul to like stay fully in the bubble of connection, right? Sometimes it's not that easy. So that's why there's that wavering. That's like, oh, your ego comes into play a lot, or the disbelief in your intuition, or this lies, and it's just a very this imbalance. Like you're like it's anyways. So either way, how does your what I'm gonna take out the oracle cards because it'll help me see what your higher self wants from you. Let's see what's going on here. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Beautiful. And 2 came out. Look at that. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. What a beautiful card. And you got only 1 card, crystal card. Everyone else got 2, but it was like adamant. My higher self was like, no, that's only 1. I was like, okay. Golden and Hedro Herkener. Wow, man, what is this word? Containing floating gold liquid. That's beautiful. The gold and Hedro Herkimer is named after the oil suspended within the crystal. Rare and possessing wisdom from the Himalayas, where it is found, this stone stimulates the third eye, oh my god, and enhances intuition and connection to the universe. The crystal promotes gender fluidity and acceptance, assisting in transitions and connecting with one's gender or healing wounds. Strongly tied to the solar plexus, golden can clear out emotional baggage from many lifetimes. Live out loud and proud. Sagittarius. If you're Sagittarius, it's for you, but that's not. It doesn't have to be. So, I like these 2 here. Big picture thinking and lifting the veil. So, like this back and forth kind of energy is like Pleiades are our parents, if you believe that we're light beings. They're our first ancestors, and it's this feeling of like questioning everything, which is interesting because questioning everything is what kind of brings us back into the matrix sometimes, right? Because then you're like, oh, am I right about this next trajectory? Am I wrong about it? Am I what? So it's like, but anything unaligned must go. So what's aligned with you? Your higher self. Tap into your ancestors. Tap into this light being that you are. Tap into the for the group that actually does manifest, tap back into that. Every time you find yourself doubting yourself or questioning yourself and dipping back in, repeat, the answer is always love. The answer is whatever, like just remember, or never mind, just ask your higher self, should I send that text message? No. Should I make a comment on social media with that person that's not seeing eye to eye with me? No. Like, literally listen to your higher self. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of grief. It'll save you a lot of this disbelief that you have here. It'll save you a lot of this time that's spent in this illusion that we're living in. Like, lift the veil. Lifting the veil, what does that mean? It's like walking over to the other side and like connecting to your higher self. Is more than that. It's like connecting to your God consciousness. It's connecting to God, connecting to the light that you are, remembering who you are. If you're newly on this awakened journey, you're like, yo, what are you talking about? it's this, you will understand when you go into like a sacred space, go into a quiet space, go into a meditation if you can't do that, listen to high frequency music, try to step away from the clutter of the outdoor, like shut off that social media, shut off that TV for the moment, for the time being, if you can, forever, awesome. But if you can't, like, and ask questions to your higher self, ask questions that like, and believe that it's always the first answer. It's not that second or third answer, because the second or third answer is your ego. It's not an answer that doesn't, the answers don't take 5 seconds to come in. they're instant. It's like, is this the Three of Wands? Yes. Is this the Temperance card? Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like very instant. A lot of people, a lot of us don't listen to our first instincts. And we know that, right? We learned it the hard way. But our instinct is our higher self. So I feel like you guys are being asked to go out. I feel like there's a lot of rocks around here. So go out sit on a rock, sit on a hill, on a mountain, find your space, get grounded, remember who you are. Remember the light that you are. When you start to remember who you are, manifestations come easily. Making life choices becomes so easy. You will see a lot of things will lift off of you. A lot of stresses, of work stress, life stress, family stress. It all just dissipates. Because, why? Because you are connected to your higher self, and your higher self is always there to catch you when you're falling, or always there when you need to make that decision, that quick decision. And it's really important to listen, because the more you listen to him or her, the more the connection, the more the bond gets stronger. The stronger the bond, the more you can talk full-on conversations with them. So I'm going to pull out a final message, but this is like awesome. If you feel like, I feel like here, like some of you need to reach out to people in a community, or reach out to us if you want to discuss about it. But the awakening journey is definitely wondrous and miraculous, but it could also be challenging, and because we have to do cleansing at the same time. So just reach out to us. We're here for you. The distraction of shiny things. The distraction of social media and TV. And the materialism, you see? It came out in this card. That's so funny. I feel like you do. There's some of you that are like, you get distracted by shiny things. So let's try to step away from those shiny things, because those shiny things are not coming with us in the 5D. But love and compassion and happiness and joy, those are coming with us. I'll pick another one. That's amazing, that shiny thing. Wow, man. The now. Boom. There we go. Focus on the now. Release yourself from the materialistic world. Release yourself from this illusion. Release yourself from these old patterns and behaviors. Release yourself from these like mixed, unbalanced emotions. Start to believe in you, believe in this power that you have, because it's within you. Your higher self is waiting for you to reach out to them. I like it. I like this. I feel like I feel like the second group that's already tapped into it. I feel like you're heading off. The Three of Wands energy is like speaking to me for you. Like there's this. You just needed a little kick in the ass. And now you got your kick in the ass, and it's like that's it. You're finding yourself. You're going to connect yourself with your star family. You're going to connect with everything, because once you connect with your higher self, it's like everyone is around you at the same time, right? They're talking to you. It's just like a thing of beauty. And for those of you who are on this newly awakened journey, they're asking you to try and stay away from social strife. Or stay away from TV, stay away from people who are not on the path like you. I'm not saying like leave them, but try and bring in people that are on this path with you. It makes it easier. It helps you better align yourself, and it just helps. It just really helps to better understand things. So like I said, to maybe another pile, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you along in this journey. But there's tons of communities out there. Telegram, On Instagram, you can find it, a whole bunch of them. Probably not on Facebook anymore because everybody's been censored, so Telegram would be the best bet. But reach out to me. I can send you some groups on Telegram that can help you with this awakening journey, or you can just like listen to us on Instagram every once in a while. I'll do some videos. All right, I love you, and if this didn't resonate, go ahead and pick pile 1, 2, and 3, or check out my other pick a card readings. I love you.